internet is a wonderful place full of amazing book recommendations. And some of these recommendations are amazing, while others are pretty bad. So today we are testing whether or not the internet is lying to us, and I'm gonna be reading Quicksilver to see whether or not it's worth your time. Let's go! Hi, hello, and welcome back. I am super excited to have you here with me while we read Quicksilver together. I'm super excited for this book. I've been wanting to read it for a while, and now that I'm kind of back in my fantasy phase, I think I can finally sit down and read this. And I think it's best to just start out, sit down, and kind of get into the book. So let's move to the chair. Welcome everybody to the chair with the books. Yes, I have the book on my Kindle as well. It used to be on Kindle Unlimited, but when they published it traditionally, they removed it. But I've had it downloaded on Kindle Unlimited for a while now, and they didn't take it away from me, so I have the option to read both copies. I also want to mention, this is fine, okay? But look at the reverse dust jacket on this edition. This is so much better. Like, you can't tell me that this isn't the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. We're gonna take the dust jacket off for reading, but for now, because this book is actually kind of heavy, I'm gonna start out by reading on my Kindle. We're gonna see how it goes, where it goes, if it goes anywhere, I don't know. But I'm gonna start reading and tell you all about this book. She's my age. Okay, I am now 100 pages into the book. At least that's what my Kindle wants me to think. Let's just say, so far, a lot has happened, but also not a lot has happened. I am liking the world. It is giving me similar vibes to like the Red Queen world or the Powerless world, where you have like really, really poor slums where the general population lives. So far, I have yet to understand the concept of the magic that's going on, but I think the general public, nobody has magic, and they have this immortal queen that lives in the castle, right? So our female main character, she stole a gauntlet, so she stole like a metal glove from one of the guards, and she was then supposed to be executed, but she ran away to the fairy world. So now she's in the fairy world, well, the fae world, and that's where we're at. That's where I'm at right now. So a lot has happened. I am liking it. However, I'm not sure, like, it's so far, it's not my favorite thing in the world that I've ever read, right? But it's good. I am reading on my Kindle, so that's kind of where we're at. That's kind of where we're going with. I'm just sitting here in this chair, not moving, and just doing some reading, which is actually kind of good, and it's kind of calming to be this into a book. Also, I have to say that I read this all in one go. So I read until this point in one go, and it was very fast to read. The Kindle says I still need 8.5 hours to finish the book. Usually I'm a lot faster than what the Kindle pretends, but we never know. But I'm gonna continue to read in order to get further in the book, to progress, and to hopefully get to the make it or break it point where I'm just gonna be like, either this is an incredible book or this is a shit book. Or maybe it's just gonna stay and be a solid book. Who knows? But yeah, I think her mission for the rest of the book is probably gonna be to get back home to save her brother. Even though her brother is kind of the reason she's in this whole situation, but we're not gonna blame the 12-year-old kid. We're not here to blame the 12-year-old. He didn't know better. Okay, he's 12. I was angry at him for a second, and then I realized the kid is 12. He didn't do anything wrong, because he's 12. Anyway, I am excited to continue now. I'm no mathematician, but that's a big age gap. I'm a person, I would say 9 years is a big age gap, but he is 1,709 years older than her. Sure. We ignore age gaps in fantasy books because they don't exist. But 1,709 years! That's a lot. You could have let the 9 years, like, why couldn't you have made him 1,725? Then he would technically just be 1 year and 1,700 years older than her. I can ignore the 1,700 years, but the 9 years are really killing me here. Alright, at this point, 180 pages in, says the Kindle. What can I say? So far, I'm a little confused. Like, I'm enjoying the book, kind of, but I'm also not really seeing how it's like this incredible popular book. I think if I had to guess, it would probably be shelved into spicy, and that's why people like it. I think that's probably it. People, for some reason, seem to be enjoying fantasy books with a lot of sexual tension rather than the incredibly slow burn whatever. Right now, I don't like her much. I don't know why I don't like her much. I think I don't like her because for some reason, to me, she's not trying enough, in the sense that she's not tried to get back to her brother once. She seems very collected, very calm. I'm not sure if that's maybe the reason I don't like her. I don't know. Okay, I no idea. I'm still debating, okay? The book is making me very tired, which is not a good sign. But anyway, I am over 25% into the book. I think that's a milestone. It's more than a quarter. But I hate thinking of books like that. I know that it's not gonna be a 5-star book for me already. Like, I can tell by the fact that I'm counting pages. Okay, let's continue. I took a nap. The book made me so tired that I needed to take a nap. So far, I'm not convinced that this is the new best book on the internet, okay? So I'm not. Just because they're enemies to lovers doesn't make it incredible. Again, I still have over half the book done, and it's not necessarily bad. I'm just overall very underwhelmed by it. I'm gonna continue reading for a little more tonight, just to like get more into the book, understand a little more what's going on. I doubt that I will be finishing it. Let's be honest, I don't think I will be. It says it takes me another 6.5 hours, so who knows. Also, why did his name have to be Kingfisher? Like, that's not a good name. Kingfisher is not a good name, people. I'm still sitting here hoping that's a nickname, like, or a title or something. You could have called him Dave and I would be happier. Hold on a second. I've been reading for hours, okay? I have been reading for hours. I don't know what to think of the book. Like, I was expecting so much more than I'm getting. Does that make sense? Because my expectations were so high, I am now a little disappointed, underwhelmed, if you will. Overall, the book is fine, right? It's nothing extraordinary, but it's also not amazing. I thought it would be amazing and it isn't. I'm 61% into the book, so that's good. Over halfway, we're getting places, but at the same time, I'm also struggling a little bit because it's just kind of not what I thought it would be. Also, the more I read this, the more I realize that my monster romance is actually just fantasy with a little less plot. I do love my monster romances though. They're fun. Also, she's having the weirdest, most awkward conversations with other people in the room. And I still can't get over the fact that his name is Kingfisher. That's a horrible name. It's just a horrible name. Who would name their child Kingfisher? Also, the fact that he's like double her size. Like, she said in one point he was sitting down and she still had to reach up to kiss him while she was standing. Okay. This man is large. I don't have words. I don't. Scratch that, what I said before. The brother is 22. The brother is 2 years younger than she is. I thought he was a 12-year-old. Which makes more sense, because I was like, why would a 12-year-old have a gambling addiction? The fact that I thought a 12-year-old with a gambling addiction is more realistic than her taking care of a 22-year-old. I also don't want to hear anything, but my current reading music is DJ Got Us Falling in Love by Usher and Pitbull. My reading music is the absolute worst. You know these people that have their fancy reading playlists they make for books? Yeah, and that's not me. I'm currently listening, hold on, to party hits from the 2010s. That's what the playlist is called. It's a random playlist. It's a weird mixture of random things that definitely do not match the vibes of the book. But, it's my jam right now. Sometimes you just need that. Not her talking about how her parents died and I'm just here dancing. Welcome to Viv After Dark, where I am awake at ungodly hours to finish the book I'm reading. I am at 85% right now, and I can't stop. The problem is, it's also 2 a.m. But this is realistic, okay? This is what I do. It's what happens, inevitably, when I start a book at noon, and then I get lost because I start dancing for 2 hours, and then I feel horrible, so I need to sleep for 2 hours. Anyway, the Kindle says I have an hour and 25 minutes left. Things are going downhill. I mean, downhill for the characters, uphill for me. I'm invested now. I am invested. I love and I hate things about the book, okay? I'm not gonna spoil you in any way, shape, or form, right? Because if you want to, I want you to enjoy the book as if you've never heard about it. But right now, I'm just confused as to what's going on. I mean, this will probably be the last update you get of me today because, let's be honest, I'm tired and it's way too late for me to exist. I do love some of the tropes that are happening. I'm just gonna say it. I'm a sucker for the fated mates trope. I will give you an update tomorrow morning, by the way, on how the book went, on how happy I was, on my thoughts on the book. But for now, I'll be reading until late tonight, because that's just how it is with fantasy books, okay? Sometimes you just can't stop. Let me finish this, and I'll see you tomorrow, fresh and early in the morning, after like 4 hours of sleep, because what else am I gonna do? Did I have to cancel my plans to go swimming with my roommate this morning because I read Quicksilver until 3 a.m.? Yes, that's exactly what happened. I finished the book last night, okay? I was done at 2:45. I was very, very proud of myself. I think I went to sleep at like 3:30. I have to say that I liked the way that it ended, okay? That was good. I was happy with that. I don't exactly know what to think of it. It's been a few hours, so I had a little time to reflect, but actually no time at all. So let's just talk about it. Let's talk about this book. I had a good time reading it. That's a good thing to say. Did I think it was incredible? Did I think it was mind-blowing? No, it was good. It was good. It was solid. I am very excited to see where the story goes, so next October I'm definitely going to be running to the bookstore and picking it up, right? The next book in the series. But it's just not going to be my favorite, but it's just not going to be my new favorite book. It's not going to be my new favorite obsession. It's not going to be my new personality for the next few weeks, right? It was fun. It was good. However, since I didn't really like the characters, I really wasn't obsessed with it. Like, I know some people are. And that's okay, that's fine, that's good. We have different tastes in books, right? I thought it was good. I just didn't think it was as deserving of the hype that it's getting, right? And also that yesterday I went on TikTok and I was like, why is his name Kingfisher? And somebody was like, continue reading. And I was like, sure, maybe it'll come to me why his name is Kingfisher. His name is still Kingfisher. Like, he doesn't have a different name. Help me. I hate his name so much. The name kind of makes the book worse for me because every time I read his name, I'm like, what? Anyway, I'm glad that I read it, okay? It was a good book. It was a fun time. It was enjoyable. And it was definitely the right amount of fantasy to get me into reading it. And also like a good chunk of romance in there. Just for me, again, I've said it before, I will say it again one last time. It falls more into the category of fantasy book with a lot of spice than it falls into the category of incredible fantasy book. That's just my opinion, okay? I feel like sometimes we overlook the fact that the story is alright. Anyway, the last few chapters in this gave me a little bit of a, like, Maze Runner backflash. Like, when I read the Maze Runner in, like, 2014, that's what the last few chapters felt like, and I loved it. I generally, good. Fun. I do have to say that I enjoyed the last 150, 200 pages a lot. The last part of this book was honestly the best. It was kind of a slower start, just because you're not really in the world, if that makes sense. I still have a lot of open questions, for which it's good that there's going to be a second book, right? That's incredible, that's important. Overall, I'm glad that I read it, okay? I'm very happy with it. I'm unsure of what to think of it exactly, right? That's just me, personal opinion, again. Overall, I'm gonna say this book may be a little overhyped, but still a good book, right? You know, it's just bordering. It's bordering the line of overhyped and good, right? It's not bad, right? I've read so much worse books last year, so it's nowhere near that. I think I still rated it a 3.5 stars, right? Just not mind-blowing, not what I was expecting it to do. I was expecting this to give me the same feeling as ACOTAR did, because that's what I was promised. And it just didn't. While I was reading the book, I needed to take a break from the book and pretend I was at Hogwarts. Usually that doesn't happen, but I had to be at my safe space, and luckily I have enough of an imagination to go into my safe space in my own room and pretend I'm at Hogwarts. Does anybody else do that? Just, like, create their own safe space and then just, when they're overstimulated, just go there in their own mind and be like, Hogwarts is so much fun! Anyway, that's what I do. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. That's what I do. Anyway, I got away, the book got away from me. It was good. It was fun. If you've been thinking about reading it, definitely try it out to see whether or not this is the most incredible book for you of the year. I want to know, okay? I want to know your opinions on the book. I want to know what you felt while reading the book. I want to know everything. So, please, if you've been thinking about picking it up, pick it up. See for yourself if you like it or not. I would personally say it was good, but not incredible. Okay? And with that, I think we're done. We're done talking about the book. We're done reading the book. I'm gonna go back to my knitting project for my Christmas gifts. And I will see you soon with a new video. Bye everybody, and have a lovely Christmas. I'm still shocked that I read this in a day. Like, how? How did I read this in a day? Like, this was 600 pages. Anyway, I did read it in a day. Does it count as read in a day if technically I finished the book at 3 a.m.? I don't know. It does. It's my game, my rules. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Bye!